Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, back again with a powerful dose of truth for the day, and that is this. Posting all your mess online might backfire on you. Posting all of your drama and trauma and mess and garbage online may backfire on you. You may not get the response that you think you're going to get after a while. Now, in the beginning, when you post something that your narcissistic partner, your toxic partner did to you, in the beginning, you get a lot of sympathy and pity and compassion and shame on him, shame on him. But a time will come, and I've already been seeing it in the comment section, where eventually it's going to backfire on you. The thing you think is going to happen will eventually stop happening, and the opposite will happen. The reason is because once you stay with trash long enough, people begin to question your credibility. They begin to question your sanity. They begin to question your trustability, your reliability. They start saying to themselves, if he's as bad as she's saying he is, if she's as bad as he's saying that she is, why hasn't she left yet? And you see in the comment section, you hear a woman talking about how her children's father was not there at the birth of the first child, or he was playing video games, the birth of the first child, or he went home to take a nap because he was uncomfortable on the couch during the birth of the first child. And then you'll hear her say, and after our fourth child was born, in the comment section will start saying, fourth child, second, third? You mean after he did it the first time, you gave him 3 more? And so it backfires and it makes you look strange, okay? The reason is because if he's as bad or as intolerable as you say that he is, if it's that unbearable, you would not subject yourself to that more, and you would not subject even more children to that narcissistic treatment, okay? When you do that, this is what's happening, okay? I'm going to show you all an example of what's happening. When you get with the person that you say is very, very bad and you stay with them. And if you get with them, that's one thing. They can trick you, put on the mask, put on the love bombing, the charming. When they get you in, a lot of men and women who are narcissists will change after, usually after 3 things happen. They usually change after you move in. If you move in with them, not them move in with you. When you move in with them, I mean, you lose your lease, your mortgage, you sell your house, you kicked out of your mom's house, whatever. When you move in with them, they change. If you get pregnant, they change sometimes. And then if you get married, after the wedding ceremony, shortly into the honeymoon, they change. But people are gonna start wondering, like, wait a minute. You knew he was the monster you say he is in this story time you've been doing, but you gave him another child, or he was a monster when you were engaged and you went ahead with the wedding, or he was a horrible boyfriend and you accepted the wedding ring, the proposal, the engagement ring. It's going to backfire on you. And then people are going to be in your comment section making you feel bad about your sanity, okay? The reason is because there's only one thing you do with trash. There's only one thing you do with trash. I have some trash right here I'm going to show you all. There's one thing you do with trash. You discard it. This is the only location for trash. I have some more trash. There's only one thing you do with trash. Once you find out it's trash, once you discover that it's trash, you discard it. I have a little more trash. There's only one thing you do with trash. One thing. In my apartment, I live in an apartment. I only do one thing with trash in my apartment. I do one thing. I discard it. And then after after I get enough trash in the trash can, what I do is I take it to the dumpster. And I never think about it or look at it ever again. That's the only thing. The only reasonable thing to do with trash is you discard it. And you get it out as soon as you can. My trash, of course, is not stinky, just clean sheets of paper. They're not clean, but they're, used sheets of paper. I don't need them anymore. I needed it for a certain function. It's trash now. I'm going to take it to the dumpster eventually. But when you commit to trash and you marry trash and you lay up with trash and you produce children with trash and that's when people start saying, trash gonna do what trash do. Trash gonna do what trash do. Trash, what does trash do? Trash is trash. It's just gonna do what it do. It sits there and does nothing. But you're not trash, are you? So why are you hopping into the bin, the trash can? You're hopping into the trash can with the trash, and you're marrying the trash, and you have anniversaries with the trash, and you have children with the trash, and you can even have grandchildren with the trash, and you go to church with the trash, and you go to hospital visits with the trash, and at a certain point, it's like, are you trash? Why are you so comfortable with trash? There's this phrase I heard, it said, water seeks its own level. Water seeks its own level. People tend to stay on the same level as them, okay? And so when you stay with trash too long, people will start to look at you and start saying, something ain't right with her. Now, you said you saw him, you saw his police report, and you saw that he was a convicted PDF file. You see that he had DV history. You see that he's a convicted RAPI. He's a therapist with a space between the and the other word. He's a therapist with a space between THE space RAPIST. You knew this, and you accepted his marriage proposal. People are gonna start looking at you like something's wrong with you. Okay. Now, in the beginning, they're gonna sympathize. They're gonna empathize. They're gonna share their stories. They're gonna say that piece of this, that trash, that garbage. But after that third story time, they're gonna start saying, "Wait a minute, you still laid up with him? I just saw y'all happy 5th anniversary photo was just posted from just yesterday. There's only one thing you do with trash. Only one thing. This trash is not that dirty. I don't even put like clean paper in. That's why I don't mind touching it. There's only one thing to do with trash. And if you stick with trash, and if you see me walking around my apartment complex holding my trash, and I'm laying up in the bed with trash, and I'm getting my wedding ring some trash, and I'm looting trash babies, and you would say, is you well? Are you okay? So it's going to backfire on you. If you're going to stick with trash, I need you to be quiet about it. You need to either stay with it, put up, or you need to, because you're only really talking about who you are. It says more about you. If you see me walking around with this right here, no one judges the trash in the bin. Nobody's judging this paper. It's paper. It's trash. It's doing what it does. It's laying in the trash can until I discard it. No one questions trash. They question the person. All hold up with the trash. We all held up with the trash. We all cuddled up with the trash. This is who they question. They don't question this. It's doing what it do. It's questioning you. He cheated on the last 2 women he was married to. He assaulted the last 10. That's nothing new to say about him. He's trash. Why are you still there? It's going to say 10 times more about you than it will about the trash. Water seeks its own level. You are where you feel comfortable. Now you say, well, my self-esteem is just lower than they took my self-esteem down. I absolutely understand, absolutely get it. What I'm telling you is that the people are not going to understand that. Now everyone's looking at you like, she knew that he's a convicted, he served time for, he's known for, he has a history of, and she's still with him. And then you need to start doing some self-evaluation and start saying, why do I only am attracted to this type of person? Why am I only attracted to this? And I have no attraction whatsoever for healthy, clean. I don't like straight, clean, healthy. I always gravitate towards. Ask yourself, why do you do that? Why do you like that? Why do you seek your own level with people like that? Remember, go on Amazon, guys. GasLIT. Bye.